Hey guys, welcome to Flagrant 5 back with another episode, boys. So today we're going to be talking a lot about All Star and just what's been going on recently. And I just want to let you guys know we dropped some two short videos this week, an NBA Pictionary and our punishment for our last month's daily pick'em. So go check them out if you already have them, man. So that's how it is. So Ed, take it away, man.
What's up, guys? Happy Super Bowl Sunday. We're probably going to upload this on Sunday, hopefully. The news has been a little interesting lately. Like Mo said, we're going to talk about the All-Stars. But first, we're going to talk about Brooklyn. There's a couple things with Brooklyn. First, we're going to address the Kevin Durant situation. Now, I'm going to need one of you guys to break it down for me what exactly happened. I know, like, before he wasn't supposed to play, and he came off the bench for the first time in his career. And then he got pulled again, and then he was tweeting, free me, hashtag free KD. So, first of all, someone break down the scenario for me. Anyone. What happened?
So what I kind of got from it, what I saw off of Twitter, like the story goes that there was some contact tracing that hadn't been finished yet, and one of the people he came in contact with had an inconclusive test, so that's sort of why they delayed his entry, and at least what I got from that text. And basically there was just back and forth with the NBA on whether he should play or not, so that's why he was in, and then they took him out, and he was just sitting in the locker room just with an inconclusive result as to whether he'd return from the game or not. And there's just a lot of confusion between NBA fans, himself, and the entire team. No one really knew what was happening.
In my opinion, this entire situation is kind of stupid. I think for inconclusive in general, why even risk the chance of playing him, man?
That's what I'm saying. Especially for a team like Brooklyn where they don't need to win every game. We all know they're playoff bound. There's no need to risk it. And it was just it started.
Who were they playing to? Wasn't it like
Toronto.
Toronto. Like, I mean, come on, man. You don't need Kevin Durant to play that game. I don't know why you would even risk the chance of playing him, even if he is, negative or positive. You don't know.
He had COVID, right?
Yeah,
He did.
Okay, how long ago did he have COVID?
That was at the start of the pandemic.
Yeah, he had it in March.
Yeah, that was like last year.
I thought he had. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. No, all right.
He was one of the four original players that got COVID from the Nets.
Disregard what I was gonna say then.
But anyways, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, another question I want to ask you guys. A lot of people are saying last year's title as an asterisk, like that last season was scuffed. Do you think? First of all, do you guys agree with that?
No, 100% no.
No. Okay. All right. Now, what I want to ask you guys is about this season, because this season I think it's a little more scuffed. Would you think this, if like, let's say whoever wins the title, would you give them more credit than usual, or give them less credit?
I mean, I feel like you can't really discount anybody or give them more credit. I mean, a title's a title. If your players are working hard enough and you beat another team, I mean, I don't discount you or say, oh, you're better because you won in this, moment in this pandemic. I think if you win it, you're great.
Yeah, I feel like there's a story for every finals. Like Curry wins, it was because LeBron didn't have his team with them. LeBron wins is because Curry wasn't playing to speed. Then the Warriors win again, Kevin Durant and a super team, and then you just have. I feel like there's a storyline within each finals win, and I feel like regardless of what it is, each finals a chip's a chip. You can't negate that. They still got that ring on their finger at the end of the day. So I just feel like you can't negate the fact that they went all the way through to the end of the journey and they won it.
That's fair. Anything else on this weird KD situation? Because we're gonna stick with the Nets.
Yeah, I was gonna kind of say that I feel like the NBA just hasn't really prepared a proper guideline this season. That they had a great vision for it this season, but I just feel like enacting on it and just allowing how many games have been postponed and how many games that can go. Like you had the Philadelphia case where they had 7 or 8 people playing, which were all primarily bench. We're like, no one wants to see that.
That's true.
There's just so much going on in the world right now, and I feel like they just weren't able to properly plan out the season contingent on this pandemic.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel like they're stuck in the middle. They don't want to end the season. They still want a season, but they obviously don't want a bubble. No one wants a bubble.
Yeah.
They're doing the best. They're doing the best they can, I guess. But anyways, let's stick with Brooklyn. Their defense is historically bad. And
Yeah,
the biggest
rumors.
problem is obviously a center. They have DeAndre Jordan in the middle. I forgot their backup center's name, but DeAndre Jordan's washed. I've been seeing trade rumors about like JJ Redick and Kevin Love. You do not need more offense on this team. You do not. You need a defensive anchor. I saw Andre Drummond rumors. It's decent, but I feel like it's a little expensive. What do they do to fix their big man problem?
They really should. Like, I know that the Andre Drummond one's really expensive and they don't want to do it, but I really think they should. Their team would be so much better with Drummond. Even because he has zero trade value right now, I think this is the best time they can use to get Drummond, who's all his stuff aside, he's an all-star player.
Mm-hmm.
He's just in a bad team. He's an all-star center. Yes.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about an Andre Drummond buyout. Now, I don't want that to happen because A, it's a lot of money. B, that means Brooklyn can sign him for absolutely nothing and for cheap as well. And C, I don't see why they would go for him. I think there's another center in Cleveland that I think they should be more interested in, to be honest, and that's JaVale McGee. I genuinely think that defense and athleticism JaVale provides will be more useful and beneficial to them than anything Andre Drummond can offer.
Okay. Do you think there's any other trade values like wing or guards that they could pick up for defense? Because they're really thin, like everywhere, pretty much.
I know David might not like the sound of this, but Lonzo Ball.
No, they don't got the package. They don't got the package for it. The Bulls do.
Bro, you could literally get Lonzo Ball for a McChicken. There's no
I
trade.
don't know. So how he's been
Well,
playing,
disrespect,
he's
bro.
averaging 17, 6, and 6 the past few
My
games.
bad, a McChicken and a side of fries.
That's
Check
bogus,
my
no,
green
man.
ass.
He's
I think
clank, bro.
I mean, y'all got to remember this. To that Hanuk, that's worth the world. That's all he needs. A McChicken and some fries.
Exactly.
He's one of the best two-way playmakers. I hate how underrated he is because of what his father made him out to be.
And it doesn't help that his brother's like in the limelight all the time.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN is all over that kid, dude.
Oh my god.
And dude,
So
I
it's
also,
like every.
go ahead, Hanuk.
Oh no, I was saying like overtime, all his life was all over him until he went to. They filmed him in Lithuania. What high school player is getting that type of like? That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
In my
like
opinion.
they're covering LaMelo Ball walking onto the court and how he takes off his jumpsuit. Like, it's just getting a bit excessive with the coverage on him.
Right. Yeah. Like, I feel like the media and people are just in love with tall point guards in general, and plus, like David said, his father and his brothers, all the hype around them. But dude, I've been seeing these memes like of ESPN and like Bleacher Report. It's like when he's throwing what's his name, Woody on the floor. Like, I don't want to play with Zion anymore. Like, no one's talking about Zion anymore. It's all about LaMelo, and Zion's having a really decent season. I know the Pelicans are really disappointing, but I feel like they need to chill with LaMelo stuff.
Zion's been extremely efficient, and he's actually pretty sure it only took him like 44 games. He's already at 1,000 career points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
And that's insane.
He's
And
gonna.
no one's talking about it, which is weird to say because this time last year it was, oh my God, Zion dunked the ball. But this year he's not getting any exposure. It's, oh my God, LaMelo gave Cody Zeller a high five.
Look at some guards they should get into.
What'd you say?
I was thinking maybe I could. Is Alfred playing good at defense or am I just smoking?
No, he's more of a playmaker.
I would not pick up Elfrid Payton.
I would
Okay.
not pick up Alfred Payton.
Yeah, okay. I thought I was smoking for some reason. Yeah.
And you are.
Okay. 100%.
We'll talk about Lonzo, but I think it's kind of ironic they gave up a really good rim protector. Is there any scenario where they could have kept Jared Allen, or is that a dead mission?
That's it.
They traded to Philadelphia, yeah. I mean, shit. No, I'm thinking of the Rockets. I'm sorry. Like, the
Cleveland.
only other instance I can see is if they don't trade for Harden.
No, I feel like, honestly, for what they gave up, I think they could have gave a DeAndre Jordan instead of Jared Allen. I don't think the Cavs would have had a problem with that.
Yeah.
What do you
The
mean?
Cavs
Yeah.
definitely would have had a problem with that.
Who'd you guys give up?
Dante Exum in a second-round or in a first-round pick.
Okay, maybe not a first-round pick, but if it was a second or something.
No, because the thing is, DeAndre Jordan's way older and has a way heavier contract than Jared Allen. The Cavs
It's not
have
way
no-
heavier. I'm pretty sure he's not making too much.
He's making more than $10 million, I think,
Really?
Yeah.
and that's way too much for him. The Cavs wanted someone young who they can use for the future, and DeAndre Jordan is not that. Jared Allen is that.
You should just not, to be honest.
Well, if that's
Huh?
the case, maybe you could just maybe not trade with the Cavs, maybe get another center in return.
Or they should have. Honestly, even if the Cavs gave up JaVale McGee, I still would have been fine with it.
Right.
Like they should have asked for JaVale.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
they need to focus on finding more defense because they have worse defense than the Wizards, and that's just horrible.
I saw that they had the highest offensive rating in the league, but also the worst defensive rating in the league.
I saw that too. Like
That's
historically weird.
that's really strange.
I just understand how you have worse defense than the Wizards.
I mean, I feel like everyone saw this coming, though. Like, even when they made this trade, everyone expected their offense to be amazing and their defense to be awful. That's exactly what we're seeing.
I didn't think it would be this bad. I thought it'd be like maybe the top 5 worst, but I didn't expect it to be historically ass.
Mhm. The thing is, even though it's historically bad, I think I would still take them to beat any team in the NBA in a 7. I mean, definitely in the East in a 7-game series. What about you?
They have the offense to do it.
Yeah,
They do.
definitely.
They do.
I didn't like that statement.
I really didn't. I feel like there's a lot of teams they can't stop.
The Philadelphia 76ers.
I think Philly is one of the teams, but in a 7-game series, I'm taking a team like the Bucks and the Celtics over them. Because here's
Well,
my
not the
point.
Celtics.
I think the Celtics. I think
I'm not
what the
taking the
Nets would struggle against is teams that have depth, and that's teams like the Celtics, the Bucks, the Sixers, and so on. And I mean,
Well,
like, all right.
They
No,
just lost a key role in Marcus Smart.
I mean, all right, David. I remember David brought this up a while ago too in the previous episode, like how the Nets could run a lineup where they have one star each, in each lineup and play them with like average or like bench players. And I think that's just like so heavy on those starters to be playing that many minutes. And you want to give those guys rest too, obviously, man. You can't overwork them. And if one of them gets injured, God forbid, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't overwork these players too.
Literally. One of these players goes down, then that team is not going anywhere.
Exactly. You've lost everything,
Exactly.
They
really.
need all 3 of them to be healthy.
That's why I'm saying in a 7-game series, I'm not taking this Nets team. In my opinion, this Nets team is you're either gentlemen sweeping them or it's going to be really, really hard for you to win.
Wait, you think they'll
Gentleman
get?
sweep on the Nets?
No, I'm saying like if you're the Nets, you really have to sweep,
Oh.
gentlemen sweep, or you have to win in 6. You're not taking. I don't think you're taking any
Oh.
like a lot of teams in 7. It's going to be hard.
I
They
think.
sh-
Go ahead, Anuk.
Oh, my bad. I was saying, I know James Harden's going to hate this, but I really think he should come off the bench.
Wow.
How
No.
the hell is James
No.
Harden going to come off the bench?
I think he should run. I think he should start, and then he should be running with the bench unit. Because them 3-on-1 is just way too much of a defensive liability.
Like what David's been saying, they don't really have a specific bench unit. They just have a bunch of guys surrounded by like 1 or 2 of the big 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have.
That's
a
what they've
bunch
been
of LA
doing.
Fitness hoopers.
Yeah.
That's what they've been doing. They've been running one star with some like average role players and then bringing one in, subbing one out.
There
That's what
should
they've
always
been
be
doing.
they should have 1 or 2 stars at the game at all 48 minutes.
That's what they're doing. That's my point, and that's how strenuous that can be on the players. And I feel like that's just a bad idea.
I think,
But I don't control the Nets.
I think Milwaukee and Philly are definitely their biggest threats just because of their paint presence. But dude, I think Kevin Durant's the X factor. That's why I'm taking them over any team. I don't know. He's putting up like I think maybe better than his MVP numbers.
He's having an insane comeback here.
Close to
Insane.
it.
KD is the best player in the East. By far.
I think he's the second best player in the league.
I agree.
I would agree.
Second best, yeah.
But like you guys said, I can understand why people doubt the Nets because their defense is literally historically garbage. But all right, anything else on them, boys?
All right, really.
We were talking about let's talk about some more trades. Derrick Rose, Lonzo Ball on the trade market. Which player is more enticing, do you guys think?
Derrick Rose.
Lonzo.
I really think Lonzo's the more enticing player.
Well, if you're trying to win now, I'm taking Derrick Rose.
Also, I want to mention JJ Redick because I feel like that
Oh, yeah.
he's a player that can make a contender a stronger contender. Like who doesn't want a spot up shooter that can literally make threes anytime you want?
I agree with that.
You mean like
Fair.
garbage from behind 3 this year?
This is his worst season, and I think his playing time has been reduced a lot because the Pelicans are just waiting to move him at this point.
And I feel like that fit on the Pelicans just wasn't right for him. I really don't see him fitting
Yeah.
with that team at all.
I think he'd be an amazing fit on the 76ers. I keep on saying it, but I really think
I agree. I agree. They need shooters.
it's his best team.
I think them and Boston.
The Sixers coming back.
Derrick Rose is a guaranteed 15 a night off the bench. Even sometimes even more, maybe even 20.
See,
Any team would want that spark off the bench, especially if you're contending like the Clippers.
so I was really thinking that whatever trade packages maybe, whether it's for Derrick Rose, it's contingent on the team that they go to. So like, say you trade Derrick Rose to the Clippers, a team that's already foundationally sound on defense. Now you have that extra spark plug alongside Lou Will and Luke Kennard off the bench, who's able to provide offense. In that sense, he's more productive than Lonzo Ball. But say you have a team who needs that two-way playmaker, who isn't sound on defense but can facilitate your offense better, may not need the ball to score, and he'll play on defense and get you those extra offensive possessions. That's where Lonzo Ball's productivity shines. So it's really based on the perfect move for the perfect team, at least in my eyes.
Okay. Well, I'll do this for all three players. I want everyone to give me their prime landing spot. We'll start with JJ Redick. I feel like everyone's gonna say Philly, so I'll say something different. I'll say Boston.
Boston's nice. I like
Boston?
Boston.
I'll say Milwaukee.
Ooh, that would be very interesting.
That'd be a
I like
very-
that.
I want to see these two teams. Obviously, you said Philly. I would love to see him in Philly, but I think Miami would be a very interesting place for him to go to.
I was gonna say Miami too. For me, I think it would be Philly, and I think he would be a good fit on the Lakers.
Okay.
That'd be
fair enough.
crazy.
That, I mean, they already have Wesley Matthews. I feel like they wouldn't really need JJ Redick.
I mean, it's never bad to have another
Yeah,
3-point shooter.
Or the Clippers. Actually, no, the Clippers don't need him. The Nuggets.
All right. Let's do Lonzo.
Oh,
What were you gonna say, David?
yeah, I was just gonna say I agree with the Bucks and the Sixers. I feel like would be able to use them best. I mean, having a sharpshooter around Giannis would be perfect.
Right. Yeah. All right. With Lonzo, first of all, do you guys think he should be traded from the Pelicans?
Yes.
Yeah.
100% yes.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. They should focus on Wario and Waluigi as their duo.
It's a good comparison, not gonna lie.
So, all right, for landing spots for Lonzo, obviously I'm going to say Chicago just because I saw the reports and I think it's a good fit. We need playmaking.
Yeah, Lonzo. I'm such a Lonzo fan since my junior year of high school. Before all the hype train got on it, like
That was
him.
the peak of the hype train.
No, I'm talking senior year was when the hype train started. I'm talking my junior year of high school is when I started watching his shit. And then senior year, everyone's like, "Oh, Lonzo!" And I really think now how he's developed be perfect for the Bulls. Defense, where Levine may sometimes struggle, even though I feel like he's really improving on the two-way side. And then playmaking, against Levine, you got Markkanen who can stretch the floor. He's gonna find so many people on offensive end for Chicago. Be beautiful.
No.
Now, I'm gonna agree. Okay, I have two different teams. If he wants to continue to grow as a player and develop into his full potential, I do agree Chicago's his best fit. But if we were to throw him to a contender and who we could help put over the top, I would say the Clippers. I think
I
he'd
like
be a
that.
great fit on the Clippers. He's a taller Pat Bev who I think is much better on defense.
I had the Bulls for sure, and then I had the Bucks.
Everyone's going to the Bucks.
It's a
I was
weird fit.
thinking about the Bucks, but
Actually,
I don't know.
To Evan's point, I saw on Instagram the Clippers are the favorite in the landing spot. I don't know if that's still true, but I could see that. Did you name a team, Mo?
Obviously, I think the Bulls are a great fit. I mean, I don't want to kind of like stick to like the Bulls hype train where everyone's saying that. So I'm trying to think of like another team where it fit in. I really like what I think Evan said about the Clippers. I forgot who mentioned. I'm sorry. I think the Clippers would be a really good idea.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to our last player, Derrick Rose. I think this is the hardest one. I mean, I could see him being a six-man anywhere, like in Los Angeles, but Where do you guys see him landing? So
If he goes to the Knicks, I will be irate.
I
don't-
agree. I don't want to see him in New York.
Again.
Is that a rumor?
That's the
Again.
biggest rumor going on right now for Derrick Rose.
I will be irate.
Yes,
the Knicks
the
are the
Knicks.
favorite
Why?
to get. The Knicks are the
Don't
favorite
know.
to get.
Don't know.
I will be irate.
Don't know why they want another point guard after having Alfred Payton, Dennis Smith Jr., Frank Natilka,
Emmanuel
Emmanuel
quickly.
I
I don't
just
care
get
about
it.
the Knicks.
I
just
don't get it.
I want Derrick Rose to get a ring.
I know Tom Thibodeau is that coach, but what are you doing, man?
Bring him back to Chirac.
I just don't get it. Just sign Boozer at this point and Joakim Noah and just make it the Bulls.
Exactly. I think he'd be a good fit on the Clippers. I think it's the best fit for him. And also, I think he'd be a really good fit on the Heat.
Heat?
Heat,
That'd be interesting.
Heat or 76ers. I don't know why.
I don't like him. I wouldn't want him
I
in Philly
wouldn't
if I'm
want
being honest.
Wait.
We don't need playmaking and shooting. That's kind of what we already
Oh,
have.
yeah, exactly. Never mind. My bad. That was dumb. Ignore that.
I think the Clips is a good idea. I mean, I would definitely want to see him in a contender rather than a team, that's kind of rebuilding like the Knicks. I was thinking about this, maybe like a team like the Nuggets somehow.
I was going to say Nuggets.
That's what I was going to say.
I feel like that would be really interesting.
That's a good fit. I like that fit.
I think an underrated fit would hit for him, as weird as this is going to sound, I think he'd be really good in Boston. Because, think about it. Who's Boston's backup point guard? Jeff Teague?
Yeah.
Hey, right. Who's their starting? Oh.
Kemba.
You of all people should know that.
The worst point guard in the league.
Okay.
I think Derrick Rose would be a huge upgrade over Jeff Teague.
He'd be a huge upgrade over Kemba as well.
Let's relax and show cardiac temp.
Ed, Shams tweeted out that the Knicks are engaged in active talks to acquire Derrick Rose, with the Pistons and Rose agreeing that a trade would be best for both sides.
What would New York give up? Hypothetically.
Probably
a first-round pick.
Probably off
Doesn't
the pick.
make sense.
That I don't understand that either. You're trading a player two very similar players. It doesn't make sense, especially if you're New York. If you're Pistons, I mean, you're just sure, get out of here. I don't care. But as the Knicks side, I just don't understand it. And I guess in typical Knicks fashion, they're just doing what they do.
I think Emmanuel quickly is what the Pistons are trying to get after, especially with his upside he's been having lately.
I don't
think they'd be able to retain him for Derrick Rose, though?
Hell no.
I don't think the Knicks are going to give him.
I think it's just a waste. Derrick Rose's game traded into the exact same situation, if not even worse, in New York.
I wouldn't say worse. They're a 6 seed now, whereas the last time they were god awful.
Bro, they had a decent looking squad on paper. They had D Rose, Joakim Noah, who wasn't that washed at the time. They had Melo and KP, some good role players. But I don't even remember what happened.
Derrick Rose had a decent season. He had 18.5 or something. I thought.
I do like what you guys are saying though, because I thought everyone would just be like, "Oh, Lakers, Clippers." Like any player can fit in with those teams because they have LeBron. And shit. All right. Let's go to our last bit of news, which will tie into Dave's fun little game we're gonna play. First of all, I'm sure everyone has heard about what LeBron said about the All Star game. He thought it was a slap in the face to him and the players. He thought there was going to be a break. Yeah, I think it was like a 5-game break for them. And he said, he said, if I'm selected, I'm going to be there, but not mentally. Or I'll be there physically, but not mentally. First of all, should there be an All Star game?
No.
As I would love to see it happen. I think last year's was amazing. It was so much fun to watch. I don't think it should be. But especially what's going on, man. I would love to see it, but I don't think it's the best time right now.
Not worth it.
I think the players deserve, the players who get selected should have the All-Star selection on their accolades, but I think the players deserve some time off.
I was just about to say the same thing. I feel like you can't strip that away from them if they're deserving the All-Star title. I think the voting should definitely still continue, but the game shouldn't happen in general.
Yeah, I agree with Mo and Evan.
Yeah, I just feel like we have a society that's preaching staying home, and they're trying to limit contact, and yet they're trying to endorse an All-Star game in which NBA players were already promised an All-Star break, like an actual break from their lives of having to stay away from the family, stay away from everyone, yet still do their profession, which requires constant contact. I just feel like it is a slap in the face. You just backhanded them across the face and then went right back to the other direction.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're trying to look both ways, the NBA is probably a little desperate for money at this point. All the shit they've gone through. But yeah, like you guys are saying, first of all, it's unfair to the players, and if God forbid, if something happens with COVID, or you're just wasting time and you're messing up everything you already worked for. You know what I'm saying?
It's Adam Silver's plan: get all the All-Stars sick, and then everyone's on an even playing field.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, even like if they did hold it, the fans really help All-Star Game hype. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine a dunk contest with no fans. I mean, it'd still be cool and shit, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not going to be the same. I don't know why they're trying to bring it up as if it would be.
Yeah, I agree. They should just skip it this year. All right. Anything else on news, my boys?
No, sir.
All right, David, take it away, my friend.
As aforementioned by the kind and lovely Ed, we have a nice little game going on where we get to play as NBA players, more specifically All-Star captains. Now, we may not be playing the All-Star games ourselves, but we'll have teams of two, I being the host, that will be drafting All-Star teams based on the first results from the ballots. So the teams I have divided you guys into going to be Evan and Ed and Mo and Hanuk.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I did this
Serious.
beforehand because I know
This
you
is so
said you
good.
guys didn't want to be together, but I did this beforehand.
Yeah, just for
And then when
reference,
you
you
guys
guys.
said it, I was like, oh.
Just for reference, you guys.
You and
Before we
Minister.
started the show, I told David, whatever you do, don't put me and Hanuk on the same team because we're gonna have so many disagreements, and that's exactly what happened. It's okay. You know,
Ed-
Hanuk, we'll make this work. We'll make a God squad, Hanuk, right, Hanuk?
Exactly.
You and I are gonna. Oh, this is
No,
gonna
no,
be
no.
great.
You got a
Just
good front
Here's-
office.
All right, who's got the first pick, though, Dave?
Here's
Come
the
on.
plan. Here's the plan. So, team Hanuk Mohan, you guys sort that out.
Monic.
It's good.
McDonald's.
No.
Team
No.
McDonald's.
So they will be Team Giannis. And you'll have Team Ed, Team Evan as Team LeBron. We're gonna do a draft just like how they would as if this were an actual All-Star game. We'll draft the starters from the top voters of the front court and the back court. Then we'll continue on with the bench. And then we'll see who has the better team at the end. So for the first pick, I was just gonna do a simple pick a number 1 through 10. One of you guys. will
Hanuk,
let the
you
Let's
took
go
a number, my
seven.
friend.
Number.
Let's go 7.
6.
Number was 2, so that means
Dude, Evan's a bum, man. He picked one number lower than
you
us.
get the first pick.
Okay.
Alright.
For the first pick in this All-Star draft, who you guys picking?
Ed,
I mean,
Ed, I
Durant.
think this is obvious. Durant.
I
Give us
Durant.
Durant.
God, man.
Durant?
selling.
Right. Let's keep a nice little tab on the teams here.
Yes, please.
All right.
You guys thinking-
Hanuk,
Who
I
you
think
guys
we
thinking
take.
for the second.
I think we take the best fit with Team Giannis here. We got to go with Steph, right?
There's Steph for Jokic. I'm down for easy.
We got to go with Steph. We have Giannis, man.
Oh, yeah. Let's go Curry. Let's go Curry. It's good move.
All right, Evan.
Ed, you thinking Jokic, Kawhi, or
I
Luka?
swear to fucking God.
Let's see. We have Durant and LeBron already, right?
Yeah.
So we go. Let's take last year's MVP, Kawhi.
We'll take Kawhi.
Last year's MVP.
Hanuk, do you want to do Luka here or do you want to go Jokic? Because I don't think we're doing Bradley Beal or Kyrie. I'm sorry, boys. But
I think because we have Steph and Giannis
Giannis,
already.
do you want to go with Luka in this situation? Because I feel Luka is going to be a player who's going to do everything. He's going to issue your boards, your assists, and he's going to be that bucket getter. I feel like that's exactly what Jokic does too. That's why I'm so torn here.
I'm so stuck. I'm stuck. These are.
You know, I picked Curry for the first one, so Hanuk, you can do whatever you want here, my friend.
I'm stuck between Jokic or Luka as well. It's like literally Jokic is just a fatter version of Luka, but taller. He's an
That's what I'm
overall.
saying, man. Hanuk. Oh, you know what? Let's think strategically. They picked LeBron. They picked Kawhi. They don't really have a big man. Let's take Jokic, right?
Yeah, let's go Jokic.
No, let's take their big man.
Can we just
Supposedly.
can I just give a quick shout out to Jokic coming off a career night, 50 points, 12 assists, and 8 rebounds.
On the most unhealthiest
Absolutely.
day in the league.
Absolutely insane.
And it don't matter.
Dude, imagine if he had like a
Celebratory
LeBron
2-liter
type
of
diet.
They still lost to the Kings though.
Uh,
Ed,
Personally, I think we should counter their big with a big and take Embiid. That's just my. Let me hear your thoughts now.
the worst.
I was
big
thinking
in the-
either Luca or
Well, you
Embiid.
gotta stick to the starters first, boys. You got Bradley Beal, Kyrie, and Luka. That's your
Embiid-
3 options for your starters.
What?
Embiid's not in the startings yet for the voting.
Really?
Embiid is third. He's considered a bench at the moment for
So
voting.
who's the big for East?
In our starter options, Embiid's on
Oh,
them.
I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Embiid is an
Yeah,
option.
We'll take
I say we
Embiid.
take.
I'm high.
I'll take Embiid.
I was about
Me
to
too.
say, Mo, what do you want?
I'm high. I'm smoking.
It's Embiid.
So Embiid, things
So,
are getting
look,
a little
it-
juicy.
we
You
take-
guys
we
are starting
taking-
to counter each other.
We're taking Luka right here, right?
Yeah, let's go, Luka.
We're taking Luka.
All right, Ed. I say
Who's left?
Kyrie.
Who's left for us?
Kyrie
Kyrie
or
and
Beal?
Brad Beal.
Oh, I'll say Kyrie.
Kyrie.
It's an all-star
Let's
game.
do it. We'll
Yeah, it's
gladly
awesome.
take Bradley
We
Beal,
take
man.
Bradley Beal. He'll give us
Gladly.
35. No problem.
Solid choices all around. So we'll leave it at the starting lineups as of right now. We got a depth chart of Kyrie, Kawhi, LBJ, Durant, and Embiid for Team LeBron for Ed and Evan.
Insane.
On the other hand, we got Team Mo and Team Honky Donk. That's Team Giannis with a depth chart of Curry, Beal, Luka, Giannis, and Jokic.
Bro, I like our team, Hanook. I'm really liking that team, bro.
That team is
Yeah, all
looking.
foreign
I'm not
team.
gonna lie, right now I feel like Ed's team would dog anyone's team.
Really?
Ed and Evan's team, I feel like they got the edge. You got Kawhi on Luka, that's clamps all day. LBJ.
That's still another triple double.
I mean, who's guarding Curry, man? Kyrie? I mean,
Kyrie and
we got
Curry
to
are
remember, boys. This is the All-Star game. No one's defending anybody.
That's
I
true.
mean, if this was you got Embiid on Jokic. If this was a chugging
Jokic
Coke
is-
contest, and then Jokic,
Jokic is throwing the ball off at Embiid's head and hitting the fadeaway with his belly fat in his face.
What are you talking about, dog?
Bro, let's move on, man.
let's go to the bench. Let's go to the bench,
Go to the
boys.
bench.
All right, so
Okay,
since
never
Team
mind.
Ed got the first pick for the starters, means that the first pick for the bench will go to Team Monarch.
All right. Hanook, in my opinion, I'm down to like a couple players here. I'm looking at Anthony Davis, Dame Dalla, or James Harden.
Okay, what are we lacking?
All right, so we have shooting in Curry. We have a lot of shooting in Bradley Beal. We have some good playmaking in Luka. I think we need another big man here. So in my eyes, I think we go with Anthony Davis, right?
I'm thinking Anthony Davis as well. I like that idea.
Yeah, well, let's take AD.
That's fine.
What are you thinking, Evan? I'm thinking the beard, personally.
I was literally thinking the same thing, dude.
Bro, we're on the same page, right? Give us
On
James
the
Harden.
same wavelength.
Give us James Harden. We have the
James
big. We
Harden.
have the big three in Brooklyn. We got
Yes, we do.
chemistry.
Yeah, with no defense at all.
All-Star
It's an
game.
all-
No one's playing
We have
defense.
Kawhi. We have Kawhi Leonard.
Jokic.
The singular defensive stalwart.
Ooh, Honk, this is tough.
Hey,
Do
how
we just
are
go
you
with the other
guys'
option here?
rebuttal?
Do we just go with Dame Dalla, man? I mean, can you really do Dame like that, dude? I think Dame's got to be
Dame
picked here, right?
Dalla? I like that pick.
Ooh, unless you want to go with some more defense, because they're talking a lot about defense. We take a player like Paul George, maybe Jimmy Butler.
I'm thinking maybe Jaylen Brown, possibly.
Jaylen Brown this early, dude? Okay,
God.
here's my point. I think he's a great player, but do you think we can get him later in the draft, or do you want to pick him up this early? Because remember, you're missing out on
No,
players
yeah.
like Butler, Paul
Forgive
George, and Dame.
You're forgetting Evans on the other team. He's the definition of a cuck.
I
He
mean,
might
but,
just
dude,
pick him just to mess
no,
around.
I get that completely, but you're leaving out players like Dame.
Okay, do you want to go Dame now then?
So bad, but I don't want to give anybody an unfair advantage because you guys are snoozing so hard right now, like astronomically. Like you're
I'm not picking Zach LaVine, David.
no what?
I'm not taking
I'm
I
just
don't know
kidding.
that
Jr.
you're an
either.
unfair advantage. No, you guys are smoking right now. You
What's
guys
it
are
gonna be, boys?
hibernating.
What's it gonna be?
I think, dude,
You could do Bam. You could do Bam.
we have. I think we have good big men. I think we took Davis. We took Jokic. We have Giannis as well. I don't think we need another big here. I think we go with
Other
the
than-
forward or Dame. In my opinion, it's for
Jason
me. It's
Tatum?
between. Tatum's good too. Tatum's
Jesus
great.
Christ, pick.
Finally, there you go.
Do we go Tatum and Nook? You know what? I picked last round. You go this round, baby.
No. I think you're right. I think we should go Dame.
Dame.
Are we gonna
all
go
right,
Dame?
Dame Dollar, I guess.
I was
Dame
thinking.
Dollar it is.
Are you thinking Tatum, Evan?
I was thinking Tatum, man.
Ah,
You guys are
Tatum,
weird.
bro.
You guys are weird. How could you not pick Tate Young?
I was thinking him, but I'm surprised they didn't say.
You and I, we're so.
Do we go Jimmy Butler here?
Good front office, bro.
Because I think we need a forward now. We need a forward because right now our forward is Luka. So
I was gonna say
definitely-
Jaylen Brown. That's forward. But he's a guard.
Yeah, he's listed as a guard. So do we go? I think the best forwards here are Jimmy Butler and Paul George still available.
Jimmy Butler, Paul George, Ingram. Yeah, you're right.
I think it's either Butler or George in my book right now. So what do we go with here? I think
It's an All-Star game. I think we should go George.
I think we would go George. George is definitely a better 3-point shooter.
Yeah, let's go George.
That's the first pick. I was in accordance with you guys.
I was thinking about George. Unlucky, Evan. I'm open to plenty of ideas here.
Guard here, or are you thinking more of a bigger guy? What are you thinking?
Let me name some players I was thinking of. I was thinking of Jimmy.
I was thinking
Um,
Devin
Jimmy.
Booker.
Look, I
Donovan
got an
Mitchell.
idea, baby. I got an idea.
I was thinking Devin Booker. I was thinking Jaylen Brown. I was thinking Paul George, Jimmy Butler,
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan. I like Devin Booker more, to be honest.
Okay, I'm cool with Booker.
But I'm just throwing names out right now.
Honestly, I don't really think fit really matters with our team because it's super dynamic already. You know what I'm saying?
I do agree. So I think we just take the best player here.
We'll take Booker then, right?
Really? You guys are taking Booker?
No,
Or Nook?
no. We're not taking Booker
Oh,
yet.
okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
I say Jimmy's probably a better pick than
Oh,
Booker.
Jimmy. I'm down.
I'll take Jimmy Butler.
I'm down.
Nook,
Tyler.
I'm just gonna say this. They've been sleeping on this one boy, Trey Young, bro. Well, you like the thoughts of that, Nook? You like the thoughts of that?
I like that. That's a good idea.
Bro,
What's our team?
You can never go with too much shooting, bro.
That was not the name I was expecting.
Really? I think Trey Young's definitely very low on these votings. I think he should be definitely higher. I think Trey Young's gonna be amazing.
I don't think they'd pick Trey Young next round. They don't need a guard.
Well, they were just arguing about picking Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell, and they just picked a forward and Jimmy Butler. They're gonna need a guard,
Fair.
and they just picked Jimmy Butler, who's not a great 3-point shooter, and I think Trey Young's literally one of
Okay,
the best
what do we
3-point shooters
need?
on this list right
What do
now.
we
Okay, we just drafted a forward last round. I don't think we need another big man because we have 4 right now. So do we go into the guard here and Trey Young,
We can go for.
or do you want to go with that pick you were talking about with Jaylen Brown here?
I do think if we pick Jaylen Brown now, I don't think they're gonna get Trey Young. I don't think so. I think we'd be safe with Brown. He's decent. He's a good 3-point shooter.
Or do you want to go something
Ed.
really interesting here and go with a player like Zion?
Ed, check your messages.
I don't think Zion. I don't know. I don't like the Zion pick, to be honest.
I agree, Evan.
I think the Jaylen Brown one is the best one. Do you want to go Jaylen Brown or do you want to go Trey?
I'm torn between these two, man. Trey or Brown, bro. I'm torn. All right, look. You know what? How about this? I'll pick a number 1 through 10. Odd is gonna be one player. Even's gonna be another player.
He's good.
All
This
right,
is
go.
ridiculous.
Go.
7.
All right, Trey Young. It is.
Trey Young.
All right.
Okay.
You know, Ed, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking I kind of do like the Jaylen Brown idea.
Shoot someone.
I was thinking either Booker, Mitchell, Brown, or Bam. I'm cool with any of those 4.
I think we should go. I like Brown the most. I think he's the best all around. Well, he's not better than Bam on defense. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, Booker's the best player out of the 4.
I think he's the best scorer out of the 4. I don't think he's the best all around player. I'm definitely in accordance with Brown or Bam right now. That's who I'm torn between. I'm torn between Bam and Brown.
I think let's take Bam because
Yeah.
he's with Jimmy.
Let's take Bam because there's plenty of guard options we can choose from.
I agree.
All right,
I
Bam
agree.
Adebayo.
Thank
Yep.
God. You can go Brown. I was gonna say actually never mind. We're not. We could go Brown. We could go Jeremy Grant.
I've won. Jeremy Grant? Dog, no.
Is
Yeah,
he
go
averaging
Jeremy Grant, bro.
I'm sorry, no. Jeremy Grant, I didn't.
Oh
put
yeah,
on
no,
drafts
I'm
and-
looking. Never mind, I'm stupid. Ignore me.
Fine,
All right.
Arjun.
If we're
Arjun
looking for a player
Adebayo.
like that, here's an idea, and I don't want to give him this idea as well, but I'm just going to say it regardless. I think a player like Russell Westbrook, just as much as he's hated, I think in an all-star place, he's a great player. He's always going to put up big numbers. You know he's going to fill up that stat sheet. You know he's going to fill up that stat
He's
sheet.
going to fill up the field goal stat sheet with missed field goals.
Fuck.
I don't like
He
the.
goes 7 of 34.
They're taking the Nets philosophy on steroids.
I do think we should go Jalen Brown.
Like on
I think he's the
horse
best fit
steroids.
available.
All right, we can go with it. Let's go with it. You know, we got both got our players. I got that Trae Young. You got that Jalen Brown. It worked out in the end. We'll do
Let's
it.
go Jalen Brown.
Let's take Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown.
How many picks you each got left, Dave?
All right. So far, you want me to name the depth chart?
It is
Just name how many picks we have
Yeah,
left.
just how many picks we have left. I want to hear a depth chart to the end. I think we have like maybe two or one more player left for each.
Team Mo and Hanuk has 10. Team Ed and Evan has.
they have
Each have
9.
This is their 10th pick.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
Sorry, we done
You guys
after
have
this
3 more
date.
picks. You guys have 3 more picks. Me and Hanuk have 2 more picks.
Evan, I'm thinking Booker, personally.
I'm cool
What
with
were you?
that. I'm
Booker?
cool with Booker.
Yeah.
We'll take Booker.
We'll take D-Book.
Okay.
Man, you guys are drafting really fast. I feel kind of bad here, because me and Hawk are taking a while,
Take
man.
forever, man.
All right,
And I
so
just
playing-
we're going strategically, man.
Okay, you message him. Have
You
the.
guys
Yeah,
have
you
to-
guys, you're just like,
Losing.
check your messages, check your messages.
I said it once.
I know, I'm just teasing you, man. All right.
You thinking Zion?
We could go with the forward here. We've drafted a couple guards in a row. We can. I like the pick of Zion. I mean, I'm looking at the other front court players.
Zion, Mitchell.
I'm looking at Sabonis. I don't know if I really like the fit of that either for our team. If I'm being honest, I really don't like Mitchell over a player like Ja Morant. I'm taking
Morant.
Ja over a player like Donovan Mitchell. We're picking him up. So in my opinion, is it Ja or Zion? So this is up to you, Hanuk. I'm down for either. I love both these players here.
Ja or Zion?
You know, we kind of need a small forward. If we play Zion at a small forward, how do you think that would look? Think that'd be pretty nice?
You played
That'd be
small
nice,
forward.
dude.
I played small forward most of his life. Yeah, this goes Zion.
So Zion, yeah. Let's take Zion. He's a flashy man too, so he's gonna put some dunks in the game. I like that.
Well,
All right.
Evan,
What are you thinking we need specifically for this team?
Ooh.
What are you thinking we need?
I think we're chilling, dude. I think we're super dynamic. We have great defensive play. Maybe a little defense, but I feel like
It's the All-Star game.
right. I'm thinking Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah. I'm cool with Donovan.
Spider
I
Mitchell.
think he'll be very flashy, and he can shoot from anywhere.
I agree.
We'll go
Spider.
Donovan. We'll go Donovan.
Spidey, Hanuk, I think you might like the sound of this. A player who's been really, really great this season but got injured recently, CJ McCollum.
Is he not even playing?
No, he's in the list.
He's on the
out
list,
for a
yeah.
couple of weeks. He's going to
He's
be
on
back
the
for
list?
the All-Star game. He's going to be back for the All-Star game.
If
You
so,
like
I'm-
like CJ? He was putting up 28, I think, or like 27 before he got hurt.
I'm down.
CJ's interesting, or do we go with Ja? Who is our other option here? Or there's another player I know David would like, Zach LaVine.
Thank you.
I actually low-key want to.
Jesus.
Zach LaVine's gonna be
What do
nice
we
because
like?
you know he can shoot lights out. He's that flashy player
Yeah.
that everyone loves in the All-Star game. Oh man,
I was literally about to say Zach LaVine. Let's go Zach.
do we go with LaVine? We'll
Yeah,
take
let's go
LaVine.
LaVine.
Was that our last pick, Dave?
No.
Yeah, that was our last pick, right? That was our last pick.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Oh, dang, all right.
So we got one more too. Okay.
So we have one
Yeah.
more.
This is your last pick, boys.
Oh,
All right.
we got last pick. Wait, what?
No, this is their last
We
pick.
have last pick.
Then we're done.
You guys picked first in this round.
Oh yeah, bench. Okay, I was thinking. Never mind.
So I'm debating on 3 or 4 players right now. So we could go defense and pick up a Rudy Gobert, maybe. You know, decent. But we could also go on the guard side and pick up CP3. Very good playmaking. Very, very good. Or we could go someone who's very dynamic, who can do a little bit of everything. We can go Brandon Ingram. Or we could just go with very fundamental, not very fun for the All-Star game, but gets buckets regardless, Domantas Sabonis.
Now, we have a lot of scoring on our team. I'm personally leaning towards CP3. He's always really fun in the All-Star game, and he's a closer. Remember last season? He's a closer, bro. Let's go CP3.
I wanted CP3. I'm so glad you said that. Yeah, CP3.
Our team's stacked. Come on.
Our team is more
All
better.
right. So
I think
the
our team is
final-
better.
the
Well,
final
let's hear
depth
it out.
charts. The final depth chart starting off with Team LEE. We got Kyrie, Kawhi, LeBron, Durant, Embiid.
That's L's.
Ooh, we have the MVP though.
You do. You do have the MVP.
Joel Embiid. Honestly, that's a very solid starting 5. I really like the sound of that. Very two-dimensional, very big, very solidified.
Very big.
On the
Our team's bigger, man. What you mean?
on the opposite side, Team Monarch.
Mike.
We got Mr. Curry himself, the pubic hair chin.
The greatest shooter of all time.
Bradley Beal, who needs to get out of Washington. Luka Magic himself. We got
Skinny.
can't shoot a free throw for the life of me. And we
Skinny,
got a 2-liter of
Jokic.
Coke.
2-liter of Coke. Bro, I like that team, Hanuk. That
Based
starting
on the
5 is
starting
looking clean,
fives,
bro.
Based on the starting 5 so far, I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
I got to give it to Team Ed.
Dude.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I just feel like it's just too good. It's just way too good.
I mean, we got playmaking for days, man. Everyone on that team can pass.
Your defense, though, it's trash.
On the
We're
bench,
Guys
really
have
gonna-
two.
We're not
We have
missing
Giannis.
on offense.
We have
We're not
Giannis.
gonna-
Are
Okay,
we
and who
going to miss
else?
on offense, bro? Everyone on our team can shoot besides Giannis.
But no
Kawhi,
one-
LeBron, and Durant,
Five besides
and
Giannis.
Embiid.
Okay, we have
that doesn't matter.
Jokic. Who's the better center from your
Dude,
mouth?
We have
Embiid.
4 elite defenders in our
Okay.
starting lineup.
And again,
And we
the
have
All-Star
4
team
elite
is not about
playmakers.
defense, baby. The All-Star game is about
Okay.
offense. You don't need defense.
Last year they played some pretty good defense.
Yeah, in the
man.
last
Because
3 minutes of the game. Whoa.
He's
Okay,
gonna-
That's
I was
gonna win you the
say
game,
that.
Evan.
I
That's
was
gonna
say-
win you the
okay.
game.
That's when
3
it
minutes of
matters the
defense.
most.
3 minutes of
Offense
defense is gonna
wins
win you the game.
games. Offense
All right,
wins
Dave,
games.
let's hear the
Defense
Remember
wins
that.
games, my guy.
No,
Let's
it's
hear the bench,
defense
Dave.
wins games.
No, defense wins championships.
Yeah,
but we're
defense
not,
wins
This is
championships.
just an
Offense
all-star
wins
game.
All-Star games.
This is just an all-star game.
Okay, listen. Before anyone else speaks, Mo, you said for the last 3 minutes, right? Isn't that when it matters the most?
Not really. If
I
you're
gotta-
getting
Well,
blown
does it
out,
matter
if you're getting
because
blown
the-
out,
It
if
won't
you're
even be
getting
matter
blown
when you
out,
guys
all
are
right.
getting blown out by
Exactly. If
Jokic
you guys are getting
dropping a
blown out by
50-point
30, does the
triple-double.
last 3 minutes of the game matter? No, it
A
doesn't.
team with LeBron on it's not getting blown out.
You don't know that.
By 30.
No.
You don't know that?
Hell no. All right, whatever.
I need
We
to
obviously
put that
did-
on a
we obviously did-
poster. Defense wins championships, but offense wins all-star games. So the depth chart for the bench on Team Edvin at the backup point, we guys got a few. You can do either CP3 or Harden. We'll go Harden, make things a little spicy. At the shooting guard, we got ourselves a nice little D book, I'd say. The small forward, we got Jimmy G buckets. The G stands for gets. The power forward, we got Jason Tate Yum. And at center, we got Wham Bam Slam. And coming off the reserves, we got the Spider, and we got CP3. Now, in terms of the bench for Team Monarch, got Dame Dollar, PG-13, Jaylen Brown, Zion, and AD.
Bro, I'm loving that reserves, man. I'm loving that team. Loving that bench, Chinook. Good stuff, man.
I'm not gonna lie, Mo's bench, I feel like that's a lot more solid than your guys' bench.
We got solidified stars, baby. We got Dame and AD. Say less.
AD, no, you're not stopping AD off the bench. And hell, put him in the starting lineup, he'll still smoke.
Wait, hold on. Who's our two reserves, Dave? I'm sorry.
Zion and Levine, which I
Ooh.
also really like.
Ooh, two flashy players that are gonna come off that bench and put up some buckets.
I low-key
I'm
think
gonna have to give the edge here to Team Mo and Hanuk.
Oh, so this is tough. So they won the starters, we won the bench. Ooh.
I think he's saying overall we have a better team.
Overall?
Right?
No, I think it's on my bench. Or
Dave,
maybe yours. Overall, Dave. Who are you
Dave,
giving it to?
who wins a game in your opinion?
Yeah, who wins? Who
My
wins?
opinion, based on the crazy ass All-Star format where you have to pass at least with an A in Calc 3. That's really tough because look at that starting lineup on Ed's team is unmatched.
Not that hard.
That bench can't contain the bench of Mo. The thing is, does the bench suffice in an All-Star game when the waning minutes are coming in and you got your starters?
David,
As
not
I
to
said.
sway you or anything, but like we said, offense wins All-Star games, defense wins championships.
That is also
Let's
true.
not mention we have three of the three top 7 scorers of all time on our
And
team.
We have Bradley Beal, who's been the best
Scorer in the
scorer
league.
the past 2 seasons.
David,
But we're talking all time.
Yeah, and they're washed.
All-time matter.
All-time don't matter now, baby. All-time don't matter now.
Who's
Let
putting
me
up
make-
30 a game besides KD on your team?
Let me make my
Pardon?
case.
Go ahead.
All right, my case is, let's say, I think, because it's going to be a close game, once everyone starts trying David, and when our best 2 lineups are in, who the hell is guarding our team in their starting 5?
We
Luka
don't have to
can't
have your
Okay,
starters
okay,
in
listen,
play. We got
listen.
defense
But
off
the
our
thing
bench
is-
too.
Using your
We
point
can all-
against you, Mo's team gets hot. Who the hell's stopping Curry? Who the hell's stopping Giannis?
Who's stopping
Luka?
Dame Dollar? Who's stopping
Oh,
Anthony
like-
Davis?
Adebayo?
Durant, Kawhi, Bam.
Literally,
Bam
you
on
can
a
put
bio?
like
Oh, well, shut up.
who's our starting power
Bam
forward?
My
Dude,
God.
Bam-
Look at
Who's
no,
starting? Who's
everyone
our starting
shut
power
up.
forward?
Everyone shut up. Bam Adebayo stopped Giannis in the playoffs. He is
Yeah.
I'm
known as
talking
the
about
Giannis.
Curry. I'm talking about Curry. I'm
You
just
said-
listing players.
Hey, the team.
That's
the
one
team
player that can
stopped
stop one
Giannis
player.
in the playoffs. That team was gross defensively.
And Bam was the focal point of that.
Bam can
Calm
guard
down.
through
It was
5.
Jimmy.
He's not guarding Curry yet. Stop. Who's
Oh,
guarding
no,
Curry on your team?
Well, Kawhi can guard him.
Literally, yeah, we could just
Who's
throw
guarding
Who's
Kawhi
guarding
on.
Luka Magic? Who's guarding Giannis? Who's guarding Anthony Davis?
In the
'Cause
past, in
all
the
right,
last 3 minutes,
realistically,
who's gonna be on the person on your team to take that final shot? For us, we got everyone to distribute the ball.
Durant, Kawhi Leonard? What are you talking about?
LeBron
Okay,
James?
that was a terrible point.
No.
Yeah,
Listen,
that was
hear me out.
absolutely-
Hear me out.
Alright.
That was a bad way to express it. But I'm saying, like, you guys got Kawhi, who's not a good ISO scorer besides his lucky shots.
I
We
don't
got
know
LeBron.
about
You got
that.
LeBron.
Yes,
You do
I
have
don't know
LeBron.
about
Dog,
LeBron
he
on
has-
Giannis.
he
LeBron
has
on Giannis.
possibly
the
LeBron
best
on
mid-range in the
Giannis.
league.
Cancel
One last
down.
thing I want to say before David makes his decision or whatever. Here's the thing: the starters doesn't really matter because you can always change the rotation up a bit. What if we did a lineup for the end? Because you were saying the end game matters, right? So what if we did a lineup like maybe Curry, Paul George, Giannis, Anthony Davis, and who was our center? I'm sorry, Jokic.
I still think ours would be better.
No, it's not. Who's your point guard? Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie
Even
or
starters
Chris Paul?
and bench. Starters and
Kyrie's
bench.
getting
Chris Paul.
torched.
Chris Paul. At the
Yeah.
end of the game, I want Chris Paul. His defense will help out. Chris Paul.
Yeah, he's like 36. He's not stopping Curry.
Curry's
Oh,
He's
what?
not stopping Curry. Who's stopping Anthony Davis in your lineup? Who's stopping Giannis? You have Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid said
Is he stopping 2 people?
No,
Is he stopping
Joel-
2 people? Joel
Can I-
Embiid's a great
can I
defender, but he ain't
speak? Can I
stopping 2
speak,
people,
my guy?
man.
Joel Embiid was asked if it's harder to guard Anthony Davis or play FIFA. Man said FIFA.
Okay, that man's the cockiest motherfucker in the league.
That is
He's
true.
lying out of his asshole, and we can all tell that.
He backed it up. The Sixers beat the Lakers.
Then who's guarding
And-
Jokic? That's my point, Evan.
Team-
You can't guard us. You can't guard my team.
Ever
Not
since
us
the
either.
ever since
We
this
don't need
format
to.
started, look, Team LeBron's undefeated. That's all I'm saying. He don't lose in All-Star games.
So last year he lost because Giannis drafted like an idiot. I'm sorry, Giannis.
Okay, is that LeBron's fault?
Yes, it's not. It's not. I'm just
Yes,
saying Giannis
it's
drafted
not.
like an idiot.
Yes, it's not.
Okay.
David, just listen to the last 4 takes Nook had.
Okay, that's Hanuk. Listen to my takes. My takes
I'm
are
listening to
great,
most-
David.
I'm listening to most takes more than Hanuk's takes. I'm telling
All
you.
right, we've been
If I
arguing
go
about
to-
this for a bit, Dave. Well, let's hear it, man.
I don't know. I
we all
go-
gave our-
if I,
we
if
all
I
gave our
drive to
sways.
McDonald's, I feel like I could get a better take out of a toddler who just got a Happy Meal toy.
Take a tape. Okay, buddy.
I don't know. In the case of this All-Star draft debacle, I'd have to give that All-Star game an MVP trophy to Team LeBron. I'd have to do it.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, good draft though. That was competitive.
That was a really good
very
draft.
That was a really
That was
good.
very
That was,
good.
it was so
Honestly,
hard.
I'm so tempted to do this to like put these two teams on like 2K, just see how
I'm
the game
down.
goes.
I got my
David, you have
PS5
like
right
18
there.
PS5.
You guys, you guys did make some good points.
Dave,
Yeah,
you have
it was
I think that would be a
so
great game. I
That
think
was
that would be
very
a great
heated.
game.
Very heated.
If
Good
something
debate
like
there.
this panned out in real life, oh my god, I think this would be an amazing All-Star game.
In my
Dave, you have a
opinion, like,
PS5?
that bench is disgusting on Mo and Hanuk's team. It's just that the starting lineup on Ed's team, as well as the versatility, like you just can't match LeBron, Kawhi, and Durant. Those are arguably the
That's
three
fair.
best players in the league.
All right,
Yeah,
one
I was
more
a-
question to ask you guys though. If out of these two teams, who's your MVP favorite or All-Star MVP?
Probably KD if the team wins. If
I think
Team
between
LeBron-
both teams, I'm taking KD as well. I kind of agree with that.
But then if we win, then I would say Giannis or Jokic. Giannis.
Really?
Be Giannis.
For my
I said
dark horse,
Curry.
I would take Curry or Luca, in my personal opinion.
Oh,
I think
Luka.
I think
dark
Luca would be
horse-
amazing. I think Luca would be the dark horse.
Dark horse. Fuck. I think it would be Luca or Jokic.
I don't think Jokic is a dark horse. I think Jokic would probably be a favorite. I think Luca would be an amazing, amazing dark horse.
Oh, fair enough.
By the way, great drafting, boys. Great drafting.
That was fun. That
I'm
was a lot of
surprised
That was
me
a lot
and Mo
of fun.
actually worked together.
That was good stuff, Anuk. I thought we would pull up a garbage team because we would argue, but we did have some arguments. We took a while to draft, but dude, I think our team, still in my heart, that team's better than their team. But you know,
I love being an agent of chaos. This was enjoyable for me. To watch.
Hey, can I tell you guys something real quick? So while this draft was going on, I sent to Ed Trae Young if they don't take him. I also said Jaylen Brown if they don't take him. I also said Zion if they don't take him.
He did.
I said
Bro.
all three of those, and you guys took them.
yeah,
Good
Anuk,
shit,
I'm
Mo.
telling you, those
Good
players
shit,
are gonna
Mo.
come in, dude.
Good
Like a
shit,
player
Mo.
like Trae Young is really, really
I
great
actually
for a
did
team.
not think they were gonna trade
Yeah,
Trae Young.
it honestly, it probably didn't seem like it, but this was really close in decision for me.
I'm not even kidding. Probably after the show, boys, I'm gonna like load into 2K, put these two teams up. I just want to send you guys a picture of what the result's gonna be.
I'm gonna do it too.
I'm just
saying.
curious.
Just
I'm
sim it.
saying.
Don't even touch it. Just sim it.
Oh, I'm just gonna sim it. See who,
Offense wins All-Star games. And
that's what I'm
defense
saying, bro. I'm making a shirt out of
championships.
that. We're making a shirt, man. If we ever make merch, that's got to be our quote on our shirt, man.
I will make a my league and have them in the finals go against each other.
No,
7-game
that's,
series.
defense wins championships. They're gonna win the championship. But the All-Star game, it's just a game.
Well, it's tough to put them in the all. I mean, I guess you could do that.
You could just you could just make custom rosters and
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know.
trade override.
All right,
All
boys.
right.
Move on.
That will bring us to our last segment of the show, which is going to be our daily pick'ems. Like I said already, if you guys didn't watch last month's punishment, sadly, Hanuk was a loser. So go check out that video, man. Great, hilarious
Sadly.
video.
No, it was
And-
not.
It was a lot of fun to film. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a lot of fun, man.
It was not a lot of fun for me. Personally.
And so far for
It was-
February, this is what the record's looking like. Right now, I'm 1-2. The rest of these guys are 2-1, and this will bring us to our games going forward. So for tomorrow's game, Sunday, Celtics versus Suns, boys.
I'm gonna go Celtics.
Go Boston.
Yes, without a doubt.
I'm
gonna
gonna
be a
go
good
to Suns.
I'm gonna go with the Celtics here.
I don't.
No,
I'm
you're,
not-
you're alone here, man. Hey, dude, it's
don't.
okay.
I'm not picking the
Our first day, I
Celtics.
think it was. I forgot what our first game was, but I was all alone and I got that game. Today I was all
I'm
alone
going
too.
It
but
was
Suns.
I
Clippers.
lost.
It was Clippers Celtics. You got it right.
Yeah,
We
I
all
put
picked
Celtics. I put Celtics. Yep.
I'm going Suns.
That was
Alright.
a good game.
All right. Monday, I like this game a lot. Nuggets versus the Bucks.
I'm going
I'm
Nuggets.
going to Bucks.
Milwaukee.
I'm taking Milwaukee, dude. The Nuggets haven't been
Again?
playing up. Yeah, the Nuggets haven't been playing like crazy, man.
Yeah.
Another 4-1 here, Hanuk. Dang. This is your chance. If you win these games, you're gonna be going up them
Hey, pull that
I
in.
need Jokic
advantage,
to
man.
give me another 50-point triple double.
and lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that. I'll be very happy.
David,
Some
Right.
bullcrap. I should be so far ahead, but he decided to drink a 3-liter instead of a 2.
All right, guys. For context here, we're all in a fantasy basketball league. David and I are playing against each other right now, and I have Jokic on my team. He got me 86 fantasy points today.
Oh,
That's wild, man. That's
Yeah,
wild.
that's
Someone's gotta
up from
break
like
100.
3 or 4 players on my team.
It's insane.
All right, that will bring us to Tuesday's game, the Warriors versus the Spurs. Taking the Warriors, Evan?
I'm going Golden State.
I'm gonna take the Warriors, but the Spurs are slept on.
I agree.
I'm going
Spurs
Golden
are
State.
Mo, who are you picking?
I'm going San Antonio, man.
I was about to
And-
say, I got to go with San Antonio, man.
Dude, DeMar's been playing out of his mind. He's been a great playmaker this year. I like that. I love it.
That team's been looking pretty solid this year.
They got
Wednesday,
it.
they do. I love that roster. DeJounte Murray's been really great off that injury, too. Wednesday, Mavs versus the Hawks. The two great picks that rival each other, man. Mavs,
I'm gonna go
Hawks.
Mavs. I'm gonna go Mavs.
Mavs.
I'm going Mavs.
I'm going Hawks. No one can stop Clint Capella, man. Getting them 20 boards, insane, man.
I
Oh,
do
annoying.
be liking that.
I
do
don't
like
be
I
that.
know David loves that because he's got him on his fantasy team.
Fellas, nice.
Capella's
I'm
been
not
going
liking
crazy, man.
I'm not liking that right
Before fantasy has been a pain in the butt.
Then that'll bring us to Thursday. The Heat versus the Raptors.
Heat.
Team of the most disappointing.
I'm gonna go Raptors.
These are two very disappointing teams so far.
I think Chris B is gonna go off.
George
Boucher.
Boucher.
Man
Give me
had
Toronto.
20 Man had 27 and 10 today.
Again,
like-
another player on David's team.
I'm gonna go Miami.
I'm gonna go Miami. I'm just gonna really hope Jimmy Butler plays, man. Ed, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
Toronto.
Toronto. Alrighty. Friday, Bucks versus Jazz.
Oh, Bucks.
It's tough because the Jazz are so hot right now.
You know what I'm saying,
Bucks.
dude? This is a very tough matchup.
Bucks.
I'm
Still
taking
give me the
Utah.
Bucks. Yeah,
Who's that?
I'll take Milwaukee.
I'm taking Utah.
Bucks.
What'd you say, Evan?
Who is at home?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm sorry.
I'll go Milwaukee then.
Milwaukee. All right. And then Saturday, another Jazz game. Kind of a slow day that day. Heat versus Jazz.
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 Y'all going Jazz?
Yes, sir.
All going Jazz, baby.
All right.
That will conclude our daily pick'ems. We'll keep you guys
Can you-
updated on our next show and what's going on.
Can you
with that.
update our records real quick, Mo? I forgot.
Right now, the records, all four of you are 2-1. Right now, I'm 1-2. So the two games we did, actually, I don't remember the 3 games, but today's game, it was Grizzlies versus
Pelicans.
Pelicans. I'm the one who picked the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies did lose. And then the other game was Celtics versus Clippers, and I'm the one who picked the Celtics, and the Celtics did win. The other game, I don't remember what it was.
Does that include my 1-game cushion?
No, I didn't take that out yet.
Not
I
yet.
didn't take that out yet.
We
That's just
do-
going to be
we're-
taken out at the end of the game
Okay.
or end of the month.
Cool.
All right. So, Evan, take us home, my friend.
Yeah, again, we want to thank you all for tuning in and listening again. We appreciate all the love and support that we've gotten so far. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn our post notifications on so you don't miss the next episode. And you can always check us out on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on YouTube. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace
See you
out.
guys. Peace out,
Guys,
man.
guys.
You guys.